And good afternoon to you from the DeWitt Gym on the campus of Dordt University in Sioux Center, Iowa, as we get into Great Plains Athletic Conference women's basketball this afternoon, featuring the Dordt Defenders against the Concordia Bulldogs. The Dordt Defenders come into today's contest 19-0 over in the conference, 24-1 overall, while the Concordia Bulldogs stand 15-4 in the league and 21-4 overall. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Piker. I'll be describing the action to you from the balcony of the DeWitt Gym as these two teams meet for the second time in about 10 days' time, actually 12 days' time. They met a week ago, 2 weeks ago this coming Monday. And Dordt ended up on the top end of that one in a hotly contested contest. Dordt trying to make it the season sweep of the Concordia Bulldogs, the number two team in the conference, as they enter play here this afternoon. Let's take a 2-minute break, and when we are back, we will check in with the standings and what has happened in the Great Plains Athletic Conference already today. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and watching the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 2 minutes.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the DeWitt Gym. Let's take a closer look at these two teams. So we begin with the Concordia Bulldogs. They are 21-4 overall, 15-4 in the conference. Their losses this year are to Jamestown, Briarcliff, Dordt, and Dakota Wesleyan. Bulldogs have split their last 4 games after winning 12 in a row from December 18 to February 3. The Bulldogs are outscoring teams 81-64. They're getting out-rebounded 39-35. They're out-shooting teams from the floor 44-39% and converting 9.5 three-pointers per game while allowing 6.5 turnovers per game. Concordia commits 12 and forces 23. They're led by Tasha Rushton, 15.1 points per game average to go with 3.4 rebounds. Sadie Powell is at 11.4 points per game with 4.7 rebounds. Kendall Brigham, 9.9 points per game. She does most of her damage off of the bench, and Abby Creaser is at 9.6 points per game. For the Dordt Defenders and Bill Harmson, they have won 12 games in a row twice this season, sandwiched around a loss to South Dakota State University back on December 12th. Dordt has scored 85 or more points in 14 games. They've limited opponents to 60 points or less in 14 games. The Defenders outscore teams 85-60. Outshoot teams 47-37%. Out-rebound teams 46-32. Make 6.8 three-pointers per game to opponents 4.8. And force 18 turnovers per game and give it up 14 times per contest. Carly Gustafson is averaging 12.4 points with 7 rebounds per game. Gracie Schoenhoven is at 12.8 points per game. with 4.3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.8 steals. Bailey Beckman's at 11.8 points per game, and she makes 30% of her three-point field goals. Janie Schoenhoven is at 10.4 points and 8.4 rebounds per contest. Macy Sievers is averaging 10.9 points per game, 6.8 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. Faith Van Hollen, 5.6 points per game. Macy Nielsen is at 4 points per contest. Concordia leads the series 34-13. Dordt has won 5 straight dating back to November 20 of 2021. Widest margin in that 5-game winning streak is 11 points. Dordt won on February 5 when they trailed 48-46 at halftime. Pushed ahead, though, at the end of the third period and never trailed in the fourth period. Carly Gustafson, 21 points and 4 rebounds for the defenders. Concordia was topped by Tasha Rushton with 19. Sadie Powell had 16 points. The defenders defeated Jamestown on Wednesday, February 14, 73-55. Dordt led 31-25 at halftime. They were in control the whole way. Macy Sievers, 20 points in the win. Concordia came back from a 12-point deficit to defeat Doane on Wednesday night, 74-72. Creaser had 18 points and 8 rebounds. Around the conference already today, some scores locked in as we are starting at 4 o'clock due to the dance competition that Dordt hosted today. Cheer and dance competition. Morningside defeated Doane 74-71. Briarcliff defeated Hastings 69-61. Jamestown a winner over Mount Marty 69-47. Northwestern defeated Midland 97-67. And Dakota Wesleyan and College of St. Mary were at halftime the last time I checked. That means right now we've got a 3-way tie for 5th place in the conference and a 2-way tie for 8th place in the league. We'll tell you more about that at halftime of our contest today. Starting lineups for the Dordt defenders. Macy Sievers will start. She wears number 10. She's a 5'8 sophomore from Storm Lake, Iowa. Number 13 is Bailey Beckman, a 5'5 senior from Panora, Iowa, averaging 11.8 points per game. Number 30 is Carly Gustafson, a 5'11 graduate student from Ethan, South Dakota, averaging 12.4 points per contest. Number 32 is Faith Van Hollen, a 5'8 senior from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, averaging 5.6 points per game. Janie Schoenhoven wears number 35. She's a 5'10 junior from Hospers, Iowa, averaging 10.4 points per game. Let's take a 2-minute break, and we will be back with the starting lineups for Concordia and the opening tap of today's contest right after this 2-minute timeout.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com. Leading you home.
I chose Dordt because on my visit, I just felt a very genuine aspect of the people that were surrounding me. It just made me realize that I may have found my second home. I knew right at that visit, I got in the car with my mom and she's like, you know, I think we may have found your college. I agreed with her. At Dordt, they do a great job of providing many opportunities where you can just step out and really grow in your faith. They really push you in your faith in a way that I've never been pushed before. I don't know where I would have been at in my faith if I didn't choose Dordt.
This broadcast also brought to you by Vision Realty. We are polished, experienced, and professional, offering excellence every step of the way. We are the vision you can trust.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing. This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Suin, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
And brought to you by Huber's Plumbing and Heating. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Orange City will exceed your expectations.
Number 40 is Tasha Rushton. She is a 5'5 junior from Midland, Texas, averaging 15.1 points per game. Number 23 is Abby Creaser, a 5'8 junior from Lincoln, Nebraska, averaging 9.6 points per outing. Number 35 is Sadie Powell. She is a 6' junior from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, averaging 11.4 points per game. And number 44 is Kristen Wieselmeyer, a 6'1" sophomore from Holyoke, Colorado, averaging 5.8 points per game. Key players off of the bench for both teams. Gracie Schoenhoven for the defenders, a 5'11" freshman from Hospers, averages 12.8 points per game. And for Concordia, their top scorer off of the bench is Kendall Brigham. She is a 5'4" junior from Wahoo, Nebraska. She is averaging 9.9 points per contest. So there you have the starting lineups, and I believe that is all of our pregame stuff. Today's pregame show brought to you by Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them online at wirelessworld.com. Concordia Bulldogs in their navy blue jerseys, white numbers trimmed in gray. The Dordt Defenders in their golds, their gold jerseys, gold shorts, white numbers and lettering, and they are trimmed in black. So we are just about set for basketball. Culmination of a busy day on the Dordt campus. Softball still playing. A little bit behind over at the ASB Sports Complex, but the Dordt softball team right now trailing Dakota State, looks like 2-1. That is now in the 4th inning. Concordia controls the opening tap with a basketball. Driving in is Powell. Powell loses it, picked up by Concordia. They throw it right side over to Toomey. Toomey with a basketball into the paint against Sievers. Toomey, kick out pass, 3 on the way, is up off the heel, no good, and the rebound is taken away by Sievers. Sievers up the floor with the basketball. Sievers into the corner, Van Hollen, back over to Macy. Macy with the basketball. Macy goes right side, Beckman. Beckman down to the baseline, has it poked away from behind by Rushton. Here comes Concordia. Concordia with the basketball, pulling up at the top of the key is Rushton. She lets traffic clear, passes it off to Toomey. Toomey goes high post. With the basketball, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer comes back over to Rushton. Rushton right side, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer with the basketball, hands it off to Creaser. Creaser into the paint, kick out pass. Wieselmeyer, 10 seconds to shoot. Concordia with the basketball, 3 on the way, is up and off the heel, no good. Rebound deflected out and picked up by Rushton. Rushton will pull the trigger on a 3, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. We are scoreless. Dordt and Concordia women's basketball. Sievers into the paint, nothing there. Drops it off inside for Schoenhoven. Up strong with a 2-point basket. Janie Schoenhoven makes it 2-0 Dordt. 2-0 our score. Dordt with the basketball, with the basket. Concordia with the basketball. They throw it down low, posting up Wieselmeyer. Back to the basket against Gustafson. Reverse layup, gets it to snake in. 2-point basket for Concordia, and we're tied 2-2. 8:20 left to play in the first quarter. With the basketball, Gustafson hands it off to Sievers. Sievers across the timeline. Sievers drives in, banks it in. 2-point bucket, good for Macy Sievers. Sievers with the 2-point basket, coming back the other way. Concordia, Rushton with it on the right-hand side. She passes off to Toomey. Toomey, ball fake, it's taken away by Sievers. Sievers with the steal. Sievers with the layup with the left hand, good. Sievers with the steal and the lay-in. Dordt leads 6-2. 6-2 our score. Coming back the other way, Concordia basketball. Rushton with it. Rushton at the top of the key. She passes it off to Wieselmeyer at the free throw line. Comes back to Rushton. Rushton puts it up, gets the shot to go, and she is fouled. Got nudged a little bit and gets the foul call. Rushton will go to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. That foul is going to go on Faith Van Hollen. That is number 1 on Van Hollen. And the free throw on the way for Rushton. Rushton, a 79% free throw shooter, and she drops that one through. And the Dordt defenders lead 6-5. Dordt basketball. Sievers with it up the floor. Sievers over the top, intended for Schoenhoven, and throws it away. A little bit too long, and back we go the other way. Dordt trailing, leading, I should say, 6-5. 7:33 left to go in the game, and it looks like they're going to reset the clock. Want to get it to 7:40, and they do. Concordia basketball. Toomey will throw it in. And Toomey gets it into Rushton. Rushton will bring it up for the Bulldogs. With it across the timeline, Van Hollen waiting for her there. With it on the right-hand side, they throw it down into the post, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer comes back out. With it on the left-hand side is Powell. Powell lost it. Powell picks it back up, comes back. Toomey. Toomey, three on the way, good. Mackenzie Toomey with the three-point basket, and the Dordt defenders trail 8-6. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers up the floor. Sievers over the top. Schoenhoven. Genie back out front. Van Hollen. Three for the answer. No by Van Hollen. Foot rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Back out front. Sievers. Sievers left corner. Van Hollen. Back it goes Beckman. Three on the way. Missed it. Too strong. No good. And the ball is saved in by Gustafson off of Creaser. It'll be Dordt basketball. So Dordt will inbound in the corner, trailing 8-6. Checking into the ball game for the defenders will be Bleeker and Schoenhoven. That is Willow Bleeker and Gracie Schoenhoven. Checking out of the contest, Gustafson and Beckman. Concordia will counter with substitutions as well. Dordt trailing 8-6, 6:51 left to play first quarter. Inbounded, ball's deflected, picked up by Sievers, 18 to shoot. She's got it on the right wing. She's directing traffic. Sievers with the basketball, passes it right side to Gracie. Gracie down to the baseline, cut off, back out front, Bleeker. Bleeker three, missed it wide right, and the rebound corralled by Toomey. Toomey with the basketball, Toomey up the floor. Toomey tries to go downhill, puts it up with the left hand, too strong, no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven off to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball, reverses it right side Van Hollen. Van Hollen into the paint, 17 feet from the hoop is Schoenhoven. Janie underneath. Janie puts it up and got bothered on the play by Heemstra. It's taken back by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball, Rushton. Rushton with it at the top of the key. Rushton will put her on the floor, goes left corner. Three on the way is off the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Janie hands it back over to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers will bring it up the floor. Macy with the basketball across the timeline. Sievers has it at the top of the key. She goes left corner, Van Hollen. Van Hollen with the basketball. Drops it inside for Schoenhoven. Jeannie back over to Faith. Faith with the basketball. Faith right side, Bleeker. Bleeker with it. Puts it on the deck. 5 to shoot underneath Gracie. And Gracie is fouled on the play by Toomey. Mackenzie Toomey whistled for the personal foul. Gracie Schoenhoven will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. So a couple of free throws on the way for Gracie Schoenhoven. Trying to tie it up at 8-8. Toomey picks up the first personal against Concordia in this one. First free throw up and good for Schoenhoven. And she brings it back to 8-7. Schoenhoven, another free throw on the way. Makes about 2 out of 3 free throws this season. She leads the team in free throws attempted with 95 attempts now. Carly Gustafson is second on the team with 90. Dordt ties it at 8-8. 5:30 and counting, first quarter. With it on the right-hand side, Rushton three, good. Tasha Rushton with the three-point basket. She's got 6, and the defenders trail 11-8. Up the floor with it is Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven gives it off to Bleeker. Bleeker with it right-hand side. Back to Nielsen. Nielsen with it on the wing. Back to the top of the key. Steps back beyond the three-point line. They look, and Schoenhoven has it ripped away from her by Toomey. She feeds it right side Rushton. Rushton hands it off with the left hand. Good. 2-point basket for Sammy Liu, and the defenders trail 13-8. Into the front court with the basketball is Beckman. Beckman hands it off to Nielsen. Nielsen with it at the top of the key. Nielsen passes. Left corner, Bleeker. Willow, three, good. Willow Bleeker with the three-point basket, and the Dordt defenders back to within 2 at 13-11. Pass to Heemstra, the trailer. She gives it up to Brigham. Brigham with it at the top of the key. Passes left-hand side to Liu. Liu with it. Liu gives back to Heemstra. Heemstra, baseline jumper. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Concordia retreating. Concordia on the defense. Schoenhoven tries to drive in. Doesn't draw the foul. Ends up off of the backboard. Rebound taken away by Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Bleeker gives it off to Nielsen. Nielsen right side Beckman. Beckman steps into the drive. Beckman off of the back of the iron. Good. 2-point basket for Bailey Beckman, her first today, and we're tied at 13-13. 13-13 the score. Underneath Brigham. Brigham comes back out front to Lou. Lou goes right side Toomey. Underneath Heemstra. Heemstra guarded there by Gustafson. Back it goes to Toomey. Toomey, jumper, mid-range, good. Right-hand jumper by Toomey. She's got 5, and the defenders trail 15-13. Gustafson with the basketball, ahead to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball, gets around the player, lays it up too strong with the right hand, and the rebound taken away by Brigham. Brigham with the basketball. Beckman got going a little bit too quick. Right hand three on the way, missed short, no good. Rebound taken away by Nielsen. Macy with the basketball into the front court. The senior on the right hand side with it, pulls up, gets it back outside to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Dordt down 15-13, 3:14 left to go, first period. Throw it down low. This is Gustafson, shows it against Heemstra, puts it up in traffic, and a late foul call. We'll see who it goes against. They're going to call Rushton for the foul. That's Tasha Rushton's first. And going to the free throw line will be Gustafson to shoot a pair, with the defenders trailing 15-13. Carly Gustafson will go to the free throw line. She's been held scoreless thus far. She's got 2 free throws on the way. First free throw on the way for Gustafson is up and good. She's got another one coming. Gustafson with a second free throw, trying to tie it at 15 all. 3:08 left to play in the first period. Second free throw is up and good as well. We've got our third tie, make that our fourth tie of the contest already. With 3:08 left to go in the first quarter, Dordt and Concordia tied up 15-15. Concordia with the basketball in the backcourt. Dordt showing pressure defense. Concordia quickly up the floor. They throw it left corner. 3 on the way, missed, no good. Rebound, though, Brigham. Brigham back around the horn they come. Right side to Belt. Belt, kick out pass. Brigham. Brigham, 3, good. Kendall Brigham with the 3-point basket, and the Dordt defenders trail 18-15. Sievers with the basketball on the right-hand side. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Schoenhoven. Gracie underneath. Gives it up, and the 2-point bucket for Eliana Caparis. Caparis with the 2-point basket. Dordt trails 18-17. Concordia with the basketball. With it on the right-hand side, they go back over to Brigham. Brigham hit a 3 moments ago. Caparis guarding her. Brigham kick-out pass, right side, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer, 3, no good. Rebound taken away by Caparis. Caparis comes back right side. With it is Sievers. Sievers hesitates, 2 players around her, picks up her dribble. Hands it off for Schoenhoven. Back out front, Caparis. Pull-up jumper, 15-footer, no good. And the rebound taken away by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball in the backcourt. This is Brigham. Brigham throws it towards midcourt. Gets it across just in time. Comes back out front. Driving in is Powell. Powell fading away from 10. Good. Sadie Powell with the 2-point basket. It's back to a 3-point Concordia lead, 20-17. With it across the timeline, Caparis. Caparis comes back over to Sievers. Sievers with it at the top of the key. Dordt trailing by 3. Macy with the basketball. Harrison. Harrison to the free throw line. Puts it up in traffic. Shot no good, but she is fouled on the play. Foul called on the Bulldogs and Kendall Brigham. That's number 1 on her. Dordt trailing 20-17. And the Dordt defenders send Liv Harrison to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one on the way for Liv, good. Another one on the way for Harrison. Trying to make it a 1-point ball game again. 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. Second free throw is up and good, so a couple of made free throws for Liv Harrison. 8 different players have scored for Dordt already. Macy Sievers has 4 to pace them. Concordia with the basketball. They go right side, Brigham. Brigham guarded by Bleeker. Brigham trying to scoop it up, and she gets it in as she snakes around Willow Bleeker for the 2-point bucket. It's 22-19. With the basketball is Backman. Backman with it out front. Bailey gets a ball screen. Right side it comes to Bleeker. Bleeker with it under a minute to go in the quarter. Cross-court pass is tipped and deflected, taken back by Concordia, but dribbled out of bounds. It will be Dordt basketball. Throwing it in will be Faith Van Holland. Van Holland to throw it in. Van Holland gets it into Beckman. 13 to shoot for the defenders. Bailey with it in between the circles. She drives right-hand side, picks up her dribble, comes back to Gustafson. 6 to shoot. Van Holland to Bleeker. Bleeker 3, missed it, no good. Loose basketball, and now a jump ball called. Alternating possession, it will be Concordia it'll be Dordt basketball. No, they call the shot clock violation rather than the held ball. So, shot clock violation goes to Concordia, and Concordia with a chance to expand on the three-point lead. Bulldogs have it right-hand side. With it is Creaser. Creaser passes back out front to Brigham. Brigham looks to the bench. Drew Olson calls a set play. 10-second difference, shot clock and game clock. 23 seconds left to go in the quarter. Concordia basketball out front, Brigham. Brigham with a couple of baskets to her credit so far. They pass it right-hand side, Creaser. Creaser puts it up, off the rim, no good. 10 seconds remaining. Get it over to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman puts it on the Jets, drives in underneath, and puts it up. Shot no good, but she is fouled on the play. Foul's going to go against Concordia's Wieselmeyer. That's number 1 on her. And Bailey Beckman will go to the free throw line with an opportunity to cut the lead down to 1. That is the 4th foul called against Concordia in the first quarter. All 4 on 4 separate players. Beckman, first free throw, good. She's got another one coming. Trying to make it a 1-point game, and she does. 22-21. Concordia with a 1-point lead. They inbound it, and they'll concede the end of the quarter. Don't try to move it up the floor. We've played 1 quarter of basketball. Concordia 22, Dordt 21. Back with the second quarter of play right after this. You're listening to Dordt basketball on KIHK and watching the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 1 minute.
American State Bank is celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we couldn't have made it this far without your support. For us, banking just scratches the surface. We pride ourselves in our commitment to our communities, building meaningful relationships with our customers, and doing our best to have some fun along the way. We're proud to be a locally owned and operated bank, supporting the communities we serve. Thank you for choosing American State Bank. We can't wait to see what the next 50 years have in store.
Thanks to these Dordt Media Network sponsors, Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether building or replacing, we have the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Ski Bout Window and Door.
Thanks to M&H True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Start right, start here. M&H True Value.
(22-21). Concordia leads Dordt after 1 quarter of play. The numbers look like this up to this point. Concordia 9 of 19 from the floor. Dordt 6 of 13. Dordt has a 10-6 rebounding edge. Turnovers. Dordt's committed 3. Concordia has committed 1. Throwing the ball in will be Faith Van Holland. Van Holland gets it inbounded to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball in the backcourt, guarded there by Rushton. Hands it off to Van Holland. Into the corner, Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman pull up, 17-footer too strong, no good. Rebound cleared by Rushton. Tasha Rushton with the rebound, brings it up the floor quickly. Rushton has the basketball. She passes, left-hand side. This is Powell. Powell underneath to Rushton. Rushton misses it, but a foul on the play called on the defenders. That's going to go on Faith Van Holland, and that's number 2 on Faith. Rushton will go to the free throw line. She'll shoot a pair. So Concordia leading by a point, 22-21. And Rushton will shoot 2. First one up, short, no good. Another one on the way. Macy Nielsen looks like she's waiting to check in if Rushton can make this free throw. Rushton's free throw is up, and that one's left short as well. Fight for the basketball, taken out by Toomey. Ball deflected out, last touch by Sievers, so Dordt gives up a rare offensive rebound on the free throw. Rushton, rare as well that she would miss 2 free throws, 79% free thrower coming into the contest. She misses them both. Concordia basketball still up by 1. Pass goes left side. This is Powell. Powell puts it on the deck against Schoenhoven. Powell cut off, throws it underneath, loses it on the way up. The shot missed by Bunting, and here come the defenders and Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers feeds the trailer. Schoenhoven back to Macy. Macy with it at the top of the key. Macy on the elbow. Back to Gustafson. 15-footer. Missed it. No good. Rebound deflected and picked up by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball. Bunting. Bunting into the front court. Bunting has it on the right-hand side. Bunting comes back over to Rushton. Rushton with it. Rushton at the free throw line. Rushton, free throw line jumper, good. Tasha Rushton with the 2-point basket. She has, by my count, 8 already. And the defenders trail 24-21. Gustafson, free throw line, Schoenhoven. Janey gives it back over to Macy. Macy with the basketball. Macy comes back left side into the corner. Nielsen, 3, good. Macy Nielsen with the 3-point basket, and the defenders tied up 24-24. 8:20 left to play in the first quarter. The first half. Concordia basketball. Concordia with it. This is Toomey. Toomey driving in, cut off by Beckman. Trying to put it up with the right hand. Awkward looking shot, and the rebound is corralled by Schoenhoven, and Janey is fouled on the play by Mackenzie Toomey. Toomey whistled for foul number 2. So now both teams have a starter with 2 fouls each. Toomey has 2. Van Holland has 2. They'll leave Toomey on the floor for the time being. Sievers with the basketball up the right sideline. Sievers into the front court, dribbling through traffic, picks up her dribble, comes over to Gustafson, right side to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball, back to Sievers. Sievers 17 to shoot. Right side it goes Beckman. Beckman sets, fires 3 off the heel, too strong, no good. Rebound long, taken down by Nielsen. Nielsen comes back over to Sievers. Sievers, 3 ball on the way, got it. 3-point basket for Macy Sievers. She's got 7 in the defenders lead, 27-24. Concordia basketball back the other way, Rushton. Rushton comes back out front. 3 on the way, good. 3-point basket for Sadie Powell. She's got 5 points, and the defenders have it tied up 27-27. Concordia tips away the long pass. It'll be Dordt basketball underneath. Gracie Schoenhoven checking into the ball game. Carly Gustafson checking out. Willow Bleeker checking into the game. Bailey Beckman checking out. Throwing the ball in for the defenders will be Macy Sievers. Sievers directing traffic. Trying to bring Willow Bleeker along pretty quickly here. Seeing what she is capable of here in the last couple of weeks of the season. Macy Sievers step back 3, splash. 10 points for Sievers, and the Dordt defenders lead 30-27. Concordia back the other way. Remember, these two teams played a battle just 12 days ago, with Dordt winning that one 84-79. Concordia basketball, Rushton trying to work it back to the right hand, throws it out front, picked up by Concordia. Concordia basketball, Powell gets around her player, lays it up with the right hand, gets it to go, and she is fouled. Powell will go to the free throw line for the 3-point play opportunity. 7 points for Powell now, and she's going to go to the free throw line to try and tie it. So Gracie Schoenhoven whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on her. Powell will go to the free throw line, and that one swirls around and falls through. 8 points for Powell, and we're tied again at 30. Willow Bleeker with the basketball on the right-hand side. Bleeker has it on the wing, picks up her dribble, looking. Throws it over to Sievers. Sievers with it in between the circles. Sievers with the basketball. Macy pull up, 12-footer, good. Macy Sievers with another 2. Dordt leads 32-30. 32-30. Pass underneath. Shot is short, no good. Rebound, though, taken down by Heemstra. Heemstra fires it back out to the perimeter for the lead. No. Rebound corralled by Schoenhoven. Janey over to Macy Sievers. Sievers into the front court with the right hand. Slaloms back to the left-hand side. Swings it back over to Bleeker. Willow with it on the right wing. Willow to the free throw line. A little too deep. Has it poked away. And it's taken away by Toomey. Toomey with the basketball. Toomey up the floor. Toomey driving in. Toomey with the right hand. Wild shot. And a late whistle and a foul call. Foul called on the defenders and number 2, Willow Bleeker. That's number 1 on her. And Toomey will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Trying to tie it up. She is a 63% free throw shooter. So far, Concordia today, 1 for 3 from the free throw line, now 2 for 4. And I don't think that is quite squared away. My live stats might be a little behind. Yep, they are. 3 of 5 now. And 3 of 6 as she makes 1 of 2. Dordt leads 32-31. Beckman with the basketball. They throw it into the corner. Bleeker. Bleeker back over to Beckman. Beckman with the ball. Beckman on the right-hand side. Splits the defense back to Nielsen. Nielsen step back 3. No. Passes right side. Beckman. Beckman sets up her 3. Short, no good. Rebound taken down by Gustafson. Gustafson back out front. Beckman. Beckman with it. Nothing there. Comes back to Gracie. Gracie lost it, and Gracie is fouled on the play. She was fouled on the drive, and I believe that's going to go on Toomey. And I have that as number 3 on Toomey. So she will check out of the ball game. Brigham will check in. And the defenders will inbound the basketball. Willow Bleeker to throw it in right side of the lane as we face the hoop. Dordt leading 32-31. Bleeker for the basketball. Schoenhoven back to Bleeker. Bleeker out front, Nielsen. Nielsen with it on the right-hand side. Macy, top of the key, right side, Gracie. Gracie puts it on the deck. Comes back, left side, Beckman. Beckman 3, good. Bailey Beckman with 6, and the Dordt defender lead is 35-31. See if they can get a stop on the other end. They do. Missed three-pointer by the Bulldogs. Here comes Beckman in transition. Doesn't have the numbers. Beckman up the floor. Pass, left side, Nielsen. 3 ball on the way, missed it, no good. Rebound controlled by Concordia. Concordia with it. Concordia pass comes over to Brigham. Brigham with the basketball. Brigham up the floor, guarded there by Beckman. Beckman on the defense. Brigham picks up the dribble, comes back over to Rushton. Rushton with it at the top of the key against Nielsen. Nielsen screen set on her. 3-pointer back the other way, and Powell knocks it down. Powell with another 3. She's got 11, and the Dordt defenders lead 35-34. Every time Concordia has needed an answer, they've gotten one. They are 4 of 12 now from the 3-point line. I beg your pardon, live stats playing tricks on me again today. 5 of 14 are the Bulldogs from the 3-point line, and they call a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
We understand how complex the financial landscape can be to navigate. Our goal is to free up your hands so that you can focus on what is most important in life.
(35-34) defender basketball. Dordt leading by 1. 4:29 left to play in the half. And the Bulldogs will show some pressure defense. With the basketball will be Schoenhoven. Gracie will bring it up against Sadie Powell. With the basketball on the right-hand side is Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven up with it, and she is fouled on the play. And let's see who the foul's going to go against. That'll go on Brigham, I believe. That's number 2 on her. So Concordia beginning to navigate some foul issues. Mackenzie Toomey with 3, Kendall Brigham with 2, and Gracie Schoenhoven to the free throw line shooting 2. First one off the mark, no good. Another one on the way for Schoenhoven. 4:19 left to go in the half. Dordt by a point, and Schoenhoven makes 1 of 2. Schoenhoven with 3 points, all of them from the free throw line. Dordt leads 36-34. Dordt showing a pressure defense. Pass right side, Rushton. Rushton picks up the dribble, trap, ball's loose, and it's kicked out of bounds by Concordia. It'll be Dordt basketball. Unable to handle the pressure was Wieselmeyer that time as the ball, she came to meet the ball. Schoenhoven got a hand on it, knocked it off of her leg. And now the defenders will need to inbound the basketball against pressuring defense by Concordia. And the Concordia Bulldogs, Kendall Brigham, knocks it out of bounds as Macy Sievers tries to bring it up the sideline. The Dordt defenders inbounding the basketball. Schoenhoven in the backcourt. She'll be throwing it in to Sievers. Sievers gets the ball, and Brigham will match up with her. Sievers with it across the timeline. Gets a ball screen from Gracie. Macy down to the baseline, reverses. Nielsen three off the mark, no good. Rebound taken down by the defenders. Back it goes Gracie. Gracie layup good. Nielsen with the assist. Gracie Schoenhoven with the two. She's got 5. And the defenders match their biggest lead of the ball game at 4, 38-34. With the basketball, Concordia. Concordia left-hand side. This is Lou. Lou throws it into the corner. Brigham back over to Powell. Powell three, missed it, short, no good. Rebound controlled by Concordia. Brigham into the paint. Comes back to Lou. Lou three, good. Sammy Lou with the three-point basket. She's got 5, and the defender lead is 38-37. Sievers with the basketball. Sievers comes back to Gracie. Gracie spins into the paint and tries to pass it out, and her pass intended for Liv Harrison. Out of bounds. Last touch by Concordia. It's Dordt basketball. Concordia has scored 18 of their 37 points from the three-point arc. Pass comes in over the top. Gracie Schoenhoven trying to feed Macy Sievers on the backdoor cut. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Dordt. It'll be Concordia basketball. Concordia settling for the three. They've taken over half of their shots from the arc today, and they've had pretty good success so far. Well over 33% at this point, 6 for 16. And a hand check called on Eliana Caparis. Caparis called for foul number 1. That is team foul number 4 on the defenders in this quarter. So Concordia inbounding, Dordt leading 38-37. Throwing the ball in will be Brigham. Brigham to trigger. Brigham gets the ball inbounded. With it is Lou. Lou driving in, missed it. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven over to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey up the floor. Bailey with it on the right-hand side. Stops. Hands it off to Gustafson. Gustafson in the air. Back it goes outside to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman in the paint. Back it goes Gustafson. Gustafson, kick out pass. 3 on the way. Van Hollen. Bang, bang, bang. Faith Van Hollen with the triple. Her first today. And the Dordt defenders back in front by 4. 41-37. Concordia with the basketball. This is Rushton. Rushton. Back outside it comes. Right side, Lou. Lou, another 3. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Willow has it on the right-hand side. Willow gets a ball screen, drives in, puts it up with the left hand, missed it, no good. Rebounds down on the floor, fight for it, taken away by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball, Powell. Powell up the floor. Powell stops, puts it up off of the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven, comes back over to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Powell takes a stab at it. Beckman has to slow up to pick it back up. Dordt with the basketball. Beckman stops. Nothing there. Gustafson shows it at the free throw line. Spins into the paint. And Beckman with Gustafson with a 2-point basket. She's got 3, and the Dordt defenders up by 6, 43-37. Biggest lead of the ball game for the defenders. 1:25 left to go in the half. At the top of the key, they pass it back over to Rushton. Rushton step back triple on the way, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Here comes Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman up the floor, straight up the middle. She's got her on the right-hand side on the DU cross logo. Left side it goes to Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball, puts it on the deck. Willow, cut off, comes back out front to Janie. Janie Schoenhoven with it, 1 minute to go in the half. Dordt with the basketball. Beckman passes Schoenhoven. Janie back out front, Gustafson, back to Beckman, 3 on the way. Bang, bang, bang! Bailey Beckman with the triple. She's got 9, and the defenders extend the lead to 9, 46-37. Rushton with the basketball. She lost it. Ball's down on the floor. Pouncing on it is Beckman, and we've got a jump ball called. Jump ball alternating possession. It is Concordia basketball. 22 on the shot clock, 38.7 on the game clock. Dordt leading by 9. Let's see if they can get another stop here. Throwing it in on the right side of the lane as we face the hoop will be Brigham. So Brigham to trigger it. And Brigham looking, rubs off a couple of screens underneath. They're looking, and the pass out front to Heemstra. Heemstra back to Brigham. Brigham into the paint, help defense there. Shot is up, no good. Rebound deflected out, and it's picked up by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball, 27 seconds left to go in the half. Dordt will hold for the final shot if they can. Sievers with the basketball in between the circles, directing traffic. Concordia sitting in a zone. This has become a very familiar game plan. Teams don't want to match up with the interior presence of the defenders. Gracie Schoenhoven with a grabbed rebound off of the missed shot by Beckman. Beckman a three at the horn, no good. And that's the end of the first half. Our score, Dordt 46, Concordia 37. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with a recap of the first half of action from the DeWitt Gym in 3 minutes.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a player or coach, or a fan of the university. Now, these players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. But there's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has: a game plan. And if these players and coaches are willing to put this much effort into a game, how much more important is a game plan for your financial life? Now, the financial world continually becomes more complicated, and we keep ourselves plenty busy. And even if we have precious free time, most of us don't want to spend it wrangling over financial decisions, reading financial journals, or studying the latest tax legislation. But if you don't have either the time or the desire to spend hours upon hours learning and keeping up with the changing rules of the game in the financial world, and then figuring out how that applies specifically to your financial life, you don't have to do it alone. For over 40 years, Money Concepts, the planning firm here in Sioux Center, has been helping households to build their financial game plan upon all the things in life more important than finances. Because there's things in life more important than money, and none of them are things. I'm Tom DeYoung, financial planner and president of Money Concepts, the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule an intro meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your finances on all the things in life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into the relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game, and remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
Eight-point run to go from up 38-37 to up 46-37 to close the period. Faith Van Holland had a three in that sequence. Bailey Beckman had a three in that sequence. And I believe they got a two-point basket underneath. Maybe that was Gracie Schoenhoven, if memory serves me correctly. The Dordt defenders leading by 9, 46-37. And Normally at this time we would have the People's Bank highlights, but we're having some challenges today. So we will forge onward with our look at what has happened so far in this half. The Dordt defenders unofficially led by Macy Sievers with 12, while the Concordia Bulldogs are topped by Sadie Powell with 11. She hit a couple of threes. Concordia staying in this ballgame largely with their three-point shooting, making 33% of their threes. The defenders have matched it, though. They have taken 17 threes out of the 31 field goals taken and have made 7 of them. So both teams having some success from the three-point arc here in the first half. Let's take another 3-minute break, and when we are back, we will take a look at all of the numbers, team totals, and the individuals right after this 3-minute timeout. You're listening to Dordt Basketball on KIHK and watching the Dordt Media Network. Back with more in 3 minutes.
This live stream broadcast brought to you by Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center, your source for quality automotive parts for your car or truck. Let them use their knowledge to help you find the right vehicle battery, brakes, filters, headlights, wipers, and other parts needed to get your job done. Napa Auto Parts in Sioux Center.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa, life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors, knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University.
And brought to you by Pizza Ranch, buffet, carry out, or delivery.
Joyner and Svort Dentistry, providing the latest in dental technology in a warm, comfortable, and relaxing environment. And brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Ployne Publishing.
Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neerum. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8. We're at halftime. Dordt leads Concordia 46-37 in women's basketball. The defenders 15 of 31 from the floor, 48%, 7 of 17 on three-pointers, 41%, 9 for 10 from the free throw line for 90%. For the Bulldogs, 14 of 35 from the floor, 40%, 6 for 18 on threes, 33%, 3 of 6 on free throws, 50%. Dordt has a 24-14 rebounding edge. Turnovers, Dordt's committed 5, Concordia's committed 2. Steals, Dordt has 1, Concordia has 3. And assisted baskets, Dordt has 8, Concordia has 6. The defenders are led by Macy Sievers with 12 points on 5 of 5 shooting so far. Bailey Beckman with 10 points. 4 points for Carly Gustafson, 3 for Faith Van Hollen, 2 for Janie Schoenhoven, 3 for Willow Bleeker, 3 for Macy Nielsen, 2 for Eliana Caparis, 2 for Olivia Harrison, and 5 for Gracie Schoenhoven for their total of 46. For the Bulldogs, Sadie Powell with 11, 8 for Tasha Rushton, 6 for Mackenzie Toomey, 2 for Wieselmeyer, 5 for Lou, 5 for Brigham for their total of 37 points. Concordia is led by Brigham, Rushton, and Toomey with 3 rebounds each. Rushton also has 3 assists. For the defenders, Macy Sievers with a couple of rebounds and 1 assist. Carly Gustafson, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Jeannie Schoenhoven already with 10 rebounds today. Dordt leads 46-37 at halftime. Let's take a 3-minute break, and when we are back, we'll take a look at what has happened in the Great Plains Athletic Conference in women's basketball already today, and some of the other details of what's happened on the Dordt campus today. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 3 minutes. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network.
Today's broadcast brought to you by German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1981. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner, online at germanfarmers.com. Today's broadcast is sponsored by Northside Body Shop. When you expect the very best in the repair of your vehicle, call Northside Body Shop Limited today, serving the Sioux Center area since 1955. 712-722-2313.
At Premier Communications, we're all about connection. Connecting you to all the entertainment, work, and family you love with our phone, internet, cable TV, and tech support services. And now, that connection has gotten even faster with internet speeds up to 1 gig. Experience the next level of connection with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call toll-free 800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
The spiritual climate and the community itself is strong, and Dordt remains unapologetically Christian in their mission. And we certainly believe for our kids, the best fit is an institution that believes that every square inch, every aspect of your life comes under the lordship of God, and we can see that woven into the classes that our kids have taken, the athletic teams that they've been part of, the music that they've been part of. It's just all a culture that we appreciate and love so much.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Special thanks to all our Dordt Media Network sponsors: Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the Van Engelenhoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency throughout Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelenhoven Agency's Sioux Center advisors Mark Holsoff or Lisa Dykstra.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by NewTek. They're your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, ag, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Looking for top-notch rental equipment? Look no further than Rental in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. This is what we scheduled it for, a 4 o'clock start time. And that was due to the DeWitt Gym hosting cheer and dance invite here on the Dordt campus today. So some of the women's games, all of the women's games are now final except for this one. Morningside defeated Doane 74-71. Briarcliff defeated Hastings 69-61. Jamestown a winner over Mount Marty 69-47. Northwestern 92-67 over Midland, and Dakota Wesleyan over the College of St. Mary 87-58. No real surprises. Maybe a little surprised at how close some of the contests were based on what I think, but that's exactly what that is, just simply what I think. And many would say that it's not much. The standings then at the moment, Dordt has the conference title wrapped up. They're 19-0. They're 4 games in front with 3 games to go. Concordia's in second at 15-4. Right now they are 2 games clear of Dakota Wesleyan, who is in 3rd place. Briarcliff is in 4th place at 13-7. So right now, the top 4 teams are locked in as of today. Wednesday, different story. Then you've got a mess. You've got 3 teams, Jamestown, Northwestern, and Morningside, all tied for 5th place. And then Doane and Hastings are battling it out for the last 2 spots. Doane and Hastings tied at 9-11. Both are tied for 8th place. They cannot move up to 7th. One of those teams will be in. One team will be out. One team will be heading to Dordt University for the quarterfinals. The other will be at home. Games being played Wednesday night. Dordt is at Dakota Wesleyan. Briarcliff is at Jamestown. That'll have implications for the seeding. Morningside is at Northwestern. That has implications for seeding as both of those teams are tied for 5th place in women's basketball. Hastings is at Concordia. Hastings trying to keep pace. Midland is at Mount Marty, and Doane is at the College of St. Mary. Doane probably has the more favorable path, but Doane and Hastings, they do meet at the end of the regular season to wrap things up 1 week from today. So a lot to be decided even with 1 week remaining. With the basketball, they go over to Gustafson. Gustafson with it. Dordt with the basketball to start the second half. They give it underneath Gustafson into the corner. Nielsen 3, missed it, no good. Another rebound though for Schoenhoven. Janey though tries to pass it out of the trap and ends up losing it. Now the ball's down on the floor, still loose and picked up by Concordia. Concordia basketball. Concordia Bulldogs with the basketball, so Nielsen draws the starting nod here in the second half. Pass it into the corner. 3-pointer on the way by Rushton. Missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Janie Schoenhoven. Bailey Beckman will come off of the bench. Van Hollen, 3 is going to be a little too strong, no good. Rebound taken away by Rushton. Rushton with the basketball. Rushton gives it up over to Creaser. Creaser to Rushton. Rushton, nothing there. Puts it up from 10. Hangs on the rim, won't fall through. And the rebound is taken away by Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. So we played scoreless for about a minute and a half here. Dordt will trot it across the timeline. With the basketball is Sievers. Sievers with it. Macy. They ran Macy Nielsen to start the second half. They had Bailey Beckman at the bench. Gustafson, baseline jumper, good. Carly Gustafson trusts that 12-footer, knocks it down, and the defenders lead by 11, 48-37. With the basketball, Rushton. Rushton comes over to Toomey. Toomey back out front. With the basketball, Creaser. Creaser looking down low. Now ball screen. Rushton against Van Hollen. Lays it up too strong, no good. Rebound, though, taken away by Creaser. Beg your pardon, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer, backdoor cut. Rushton. Rushton, left hand, good. So Toomey, beg your pardon. That's Toomey, not Rushton. Almost interchangeable in terms of style of play. Gustafson into the lane, lost it on the way up. And the rebound taken away by Concordia. Gustafson might have been trying to draw a foul. Pass goes right side. Putting it on the deck is Creaser, and Creaser's going to be called for a charge. Taking the worst of that, taking the brunt of that blow, though, is Faith Van Hollen. And Van Hollen, the senior from Sioux Falls, will pick herself up. So Bailey Beckman checks out of the ball game. Or should say she checks in. Macy Nielsen checks out. Dordt by 9, 48-39. with the basketball. Bringing it up is Sievers. Sievers throws it left corner, Van Hollen. The trailer is Gustafson. Right side it goes Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. She wants to set the offense. Gets a ball screen. 10-footer straight on. Good. Macy Sievers with 14 with the ball screen set by Gustafson, I believe. Dordt leads by 11 again. Rushton comes back left side. Toomey working it in against Sievers. Back over to Rushton. Rushton with the basketball. High post. Heemstra fires it back out. 3 on the way. Missed it. No good. Rebound weak side. Another one for Schoenhoven. She's got 13. With the basketball up the floor, this is Sievers. Macy with it. Macy wants to run it to the left side, into the corner, Van Hollen. Van Hollen baseline, underneath Janey. Janey layup, good. Janey Schoenhoven with 4, and the Dordt defender lead is 52-39, and Gustafson very nearly steals it in the backcourt, and it will be Concordia basketball on the sideline. Baker's dozen lead for the defenders with 6:51 left to play in the third period. So Dordt up by 13. Concordia inbounding. New player for the Bulldogs. Didn't have her on my cheat sheet. Raylyn Kelty checks in. So we've got a Raylyn Kelty sighting. She did not play in the last meeting of these two teams. She didn't play on Wednesday night either. With the basketball is Rushton. Cut off by Van Hollen. Nice defense by Van Hollen. Here comes Brigham. Brigham into the paint. Back outside it goes Rushton. Rushton 3, good. Tasha Rushton with the 3. She's got 11, and the Dordt lead is 10, 52-42. Right side it goes Van Hollen. Van Hollen back to Sievers. Sievers with it on the elbow underneath Janey. Janey up strong, no good, but she is fouled on the play, and Janey will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Dordt leading 52-42. Heemstra whistled for the personal, and for Abby Heemstra, that is her first. Well, they called it on Sammy Lou, number 14 instead. I didn't think she was even on the floor. Well, there she is. 14, Sammy Lou picks up the foul. Schoenhoven with another free throw. Janey's free throw is up and rolls it home. Schoenhoven, a 73% free throw shooter this season, has only shot 52 of them. Three-pointer on the other end, no good. Rebound taken away by Gracie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven up the floor with the right hand. Schoenhoven into the paint. Schoenhoven underneath, intended for Janey, and it's tipped and taken away by the Bulldogs. And we've got a foul called near midcourt. That's going to go on Macy Sievers. That is number 1 on her. Dordt by a dozen. 54-42. Defenders by 12. Concordia basketball, Brigham at the top of the key. 2 fouls on the Bulldogs, 1 on the defenders in this period. Heemstra back over to Brigham. Brigham runs the 2-person game. Comes back out front, Rushton. Rushton 3, misses badly, no good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with the basketball, back over to Sievers. Sievers up the floor. They want to run it on the left side of the floor. Looks like a traffic cop does Coach Harmson. They kick it out to Macy Sievers. Sievers with the 3. She's got 17. Defenders lead 57-42. Driving in is Brigham. Brigham, kick out pass, left side to Kelty. Kelty back to Lou. Lou back to Brigham. Brigham 3, rattles it, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. They're off to the races. Pass out front for Schoenhoven. Saves it in for Van Hollen, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's last touched by Concordia. It'll be Dordt basketball. 57-42, the defenders, since late in the first half, on a 19-5 run. And they lead by 15 here at home. Willow Bleeker to throw the ball in. Bleeker's pass deflected by Toomey. Toomey playing with 3 personals, so that's a storyline to keep our eye on. Also with 2 fouls is Kendall Brigham. So that's the foul trouble for Concordia. Beckman down to the baseline. Beckman with a left hand, wild shot, no good. Rebound cleared by Kelty. Kelty with the basketball. Kelty's pass taken away by Bleeker. Bleeker trailing the play. Here comes Willow. Willow up the floor with the left hand. Bleeker, the freshman from Sioux Center, spins it back to the middle of the floor against Heemstra. Back outside, Beckman. Dordt will settle it. 18 seconds left to go on the shot clock. 4:33 left to go on the game clock. Schoenhoven gets around her player, lays it up with the right hand, good. Tough for Heemstra to keep up with that, and Gracie Schoenhoven has 7. 59-42, defenders by 17. And we have a timeout on the floor. Timeout charged to Concordia. Dordt started the second half with a 13-5 run. And the defenders up by 17. 4:19 left to go in the quarter. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
This Dordt Media Network broadcast is brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction. Rob Suen, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
Thanks to Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Glad that you're making us a part of your Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, whatever we call this time. Late start to today's game, and it was an early start to activities on the Dordt campus. Softball at 10 o'clock this morning, cheer and dance at 11. Keeping an eye on Great Plains Athletic Conference Championship track and field as well. Macy Sievers whistled for a personal foul. And they're going to call the foul before the shot. They will call it on the shot. So 2 free throws on the way for Toomey. Her team down by 17, and the first free throw is good. Toomey, a 63% free throw shooter, 1 for 2 on her first trip to the free throw line. Dordt scored 7 in a row there. Free throw is up. Free throw is good. So it's 59-44. The defenders with it. Sievers in the backcourt. Sievers spins. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Picks up her dribble. Gets it back over to Gracie. Gracie with the basketball. They bring a double team. Schoenhoven dribbles through it. All the way down to the baseline. Now pinned. Fires it back into the corner. Nielsen, 10 to shoot for the defenders. Back it goes to Sievers, 7 to shoot. Macy with it into the corner. Nielsen, 3 to shoot. Back to Sievers. Sievers, 3. Missed it. No good. Rebound tipped and controlled by Toomey. Toomey with the basketball. 59-44. Dordt showing pressure defense. With the basketball, left-hand side is Creaser. Creaser with it. Creaser throws, left side Toomey. Toomey through the lane pass, and we're going to have a travel. Travel violation called on Kelty. Kelty got a little eager. She was all by herself. All she had to do was catch it. And she was all by herself and gets whistled for the travel as she tried to set her feet. Dordt basketball with it in the backcourt, bringing it up. The defenders. With it is Harrison. Harrison comes back over to Sievers. Sievers up the floor, so Dordt maintains the 15-point lead. 59-44. Gracie with the basketball. Gracie on the right-hand side. They split the defense, lace it up. Somehow she snakes through and gets it to go. She's got 9. Dordt leads 61-44. Brigham with the basketball, feeds the trailer. With it is Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer gives it up Kelty. Kelty back to Brigham. Brigham 3, missed, and it's good. Kendall Brigham with 8. Dordt leads 61-47. Into the front court is Harrison. Harrison on the right-hand side. Harrison comes back over to Sievers. Sievers underneath for Caparis. Caparis to Nielsen. Nielsen back to Macy. Macy with the basketball. Sievers at the free throw line. Comes back right side. Harrison, 9 to shoot. 8. Harrison wheels in, puts it up with the left hand. Too strong, no good. Chases after her own rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Concordia. Nope, last touch by Dordt. It will be Concordia basketball. So Concordia gets it back, trailing 61-47. And the Concordia Bulldogs will inbound the basketball. Toomey gets it in. Rushton back over to Toomey to Brigham. Brigham left side. Powell three, good. And that is how Concordia could get back into this game. They can knock down threes, 61-50. Defenders down up 11, I should say. Missed shot by Harrison. Here comes Concordia in transition. Concordia up the floor. Three, missed, no good. Off the side of the backboard, but there for the rebound and the putback is Powell. Powell with the 2. She's got 16. Dordt leads 61-52. Sievers will take it across half court with 1:48 left to go in the period. Dordt by 9. They were just up 17, but Concordia has scored 8 in a row. And we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in a moment. This is Dordt Basketball on KIHK and the Dordt Media Network. Let's take a 30-second break. This time out brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Rental. Get ready to power up your projects with equipment rentals from Rental. From heavy-duty machinery to the latest power tools, they've got the gear to make your projects a success. Visit them online at rental.com or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast is brought to you by New Tech. At New Tech, they don't just sell equipment, they deliver performance, reliability, and innovation. Their team of experts is there to guide you every step of the way, ensuring you find the perfect equipment for your needs.
So Dordt basketball after the timeout. Throwing the ball in will be Faith Van Hollen. So Dordt going with a different lineup here than what they went into the timeout with. Van Hollen gets the ball inbounded to Bleecker. Dordt by 9. With the basketball, Willow. Willow on the left-hand side. They're trying to bring the double team. They do, and the pass is deflected, picked off by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball. Bringing the ball up. Driving in is Powell, and Powell has her pocket picked by Bailey Beckman. The Dordt defender lead is 9, 61-52. Somehow Dort's got to make Concordia pay for those double teams. Throwing the ball in will be Brigham with her team down by 9. Ball deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Concordia. It'll be Dordt basketball. Dordt basketball, throwing it in will be Carly Gustafson. Let's see if the defenders can weather this storm right now. 90 seconds left to go in the period. Carly Gustafson to throw it in. It's been an adventure here the last couple of possessions now. Gustafson gets the ball inbounded to Bleecker. Bleecker with it in the backcourt. They bring the double team. Bleecker with it. Back over to Gustafson across the timeline. Van Hollen throws over the top. Finds Beckman. Beckman retreats to the perimeter. Beckman with the basketball. Back over to Gustafson. Gustafson with it. Gustafson spin move out front. Left side it goes Beckman. Beckman with it on the wing. Beckman with the basketball. Posting up is Gustafson. 6 to shoot. Back it goes Beckman. 3 on the way, and we've got a foul on the play called on Toomey. That's number 4 on Toomey. Toomey called for foul number 4. And she'll get her parting shots in with the official. 1:03 left to play in the quarter. Pass goes in. Dordt with a fresh 20 to work with after the foul. Backdoor cut. Bailey Beckman. Beckman with 12, and the Dordt defenders lead 63-52. With the basketball left-hand side. And Powell fouled on the play by Janie Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven whistled for the personal. And for Schoenhoven, that is foul number 1. Kendall Brigham to throw the ball in left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Brigham gets the ball inbounded right to Rushton. Rushton to the posting up Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer back outside. It goes to Brigham. Brigham guarded there by Bleecker. Brigham underneath and off of the glass. No good. Rebound taken away by Schoenhoven. Ahead it goes to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Bailey to the trailer. Bleecker. Bleecker, nothing there, and Bleecker has her pocket picked, and here comes Brigham back the other way. Layup with the left hand, good. Brigham with the 2. She's got 10, and the defender lead is 9, 63-54, and a foul called on the play against Rushton. Rushton whistled for the personal. That is team foul number 4 on the Bulldogs in this period. Foul number 2 on Rushton. Dordt gets the ball inbounded to Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman up the floor. Beckman tries to draw a foul, nothing coming, and here comes Concordia. Shot on the way by Brigham. Brigham with the 2. And the Dordt defenders have the basketball in the backcourt, and the clock will run out with Dordt leading 63-56. It'll be Concordia basketball when we resume play in the fourth period. Dordt leading by 7, 63-56. Back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 1 minute.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Well, it'll be Concordia basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And Concordia actually trimmed 2 points off of what was a 9-point halftime lead for the defenders. Dordt led by as many as 17. Most recently at 61-44, but the Bulldogs went on an 8-0 run to make it 61-52. And they actually closed the period with a 12-2 run to go from down 17 to now down 7. Concordia basketball, right side it goes Brigham. Brigham outside to Powell. Powell with it. Powell feeds it right side back over to Rushton. Rushton back to Powell. Powell, quick trigger 3, good. Sadie Powell with another 3. She's got 19, and the defender lead is 63-59. The defenders for the basketball, this is Sievers. Sievers up the floor with the left hand. Reverses back over to Beckman. 3, missed it, no good. Rebound taken away by Concordia. Concordia with the basketball. Concordia with it right hand side. Powell. Powell picks up her dribble. Looks inside, gives it to Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer back to Powell. Powell lost it. It's down on the floor, picked up by the defenders. Coming up with it is Sievers. Sievers up the floor, back over to Schoenhoven. Gracie, right side Van Hollen, back to Gracie. Gracie on the baseline, and Gracie's going to be called for a charge. Lowered her shoulder on the drive on the right-hand side. The defenders clinging to a 4-point lead, 63-59. This one far from over, especially with Concordia's ability to knock down three-point shots. And the Bulldogs come back the other way. They throw it high post, Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer with it back to Brigham. Brigham top of the key 3, missed, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers, 8:50 left to go in the game. Macy with the basketball up the sideline. Macy has it on the right wing. Looks like we might have a man-to-man defense applied by Concordia here. Left side it goes to Beckman. Beckman to Janey. Janey with it at the free throw line. Back to Beckman. Beckman 3, got it. Needed that one. Bailey Beckman, her third 3 today. She's got 15, and the defenders lead by 7. Shot no good by Brigham. Janey Schoenhoven unable to reel in the rebound. And the Concordia Bulldogs will get it back. No change of possession. That would have been the 16th rebound for Schoenhoven. Instead, Concordia's got it out of bounds with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Concordia basketball, they get it into Toomey. Toomey underneath, working against Schoenhoven. Puts it up with the right hand, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Here comes Dordt in transition. Macy with the basketball. Macy up the floor, stops, pops. 10-footer splash. Another 2 points for Sievers. Sievers makes it 68-59. Concordia basketball, Brigham. Brigham another 3, missed it, no good. Rebound Heemstra. Heemstra short shot is good. Gets it over the rim and gets the 2-point bucket on the putback. Dordt leads 68-61 with 7:54 remaining in regulation. Timeout, Concordia. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Grain House in Hull. They have amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and more. With a big city feel, located only 10 minutes away in Sioux Center, they have a second location opening next year in Sanborn. Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973.
A reminder that our pregame and postgame shows are brought to you by Wireless World, your Verizon authorized retailer with 7 locations in Northwest Iowa. Visit them at wirelessworld.com. Well, Concordia will back off with the pressure defense for the time being. I would imagine we'll see some of that coming back here. They bring the double team now. Sievers, underneath it goes Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven back to Beckman. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Back out front, Sievers. Sievers with it, and Sievers is fouled from behind. If it's on Toomey, that's it. And Toomey has just picked up her 5th personal foul. She will leave the game with 9 points. Coach Drew Olson will send into the ballgame Sadie Powell. So Powell checks in. Toomey is disqualified on fouls with 7:35 remaining in regulation. Dordt with the basketball, leading by 7. Pass out front, Sievers. Sievers 3, offline, no good. Rebound controlled by Concordia. Here comes Brigham Young. Beg your pardon, that is Kendall Brigham. 3, missed, no good. Rebound deflected and a collision, and it's taken away by Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. Beckman gets it ahead to Sievers. Sievers with it. Sievers, cross-court pass, Van Hollen, triple on the way. Kaboom! 3-point basket by Faith Van Hollen gives Dordt a 10-point lead, 71-61. With it left-hand side, this is Creaser. Creaser with it, they throw it to Heemstra, going to work against Gustafson. Backing her way in, Gustafson holds her ground that time. Here's Rushton at the top of the key, guarded by Van Hollen. Rushton into the paint. Kick out pass, back to Powell. Powell puts it on the deck against Schoenhoven. 4 to shoot, now 3, now 2. And she's bailed out on the play. Foul called on the defenders. It's foul number 2 called on Janie Schoenhoven with less than 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So a fresh 20 for Concordia to work with. Dordt moments away from a shot clock violation. Instead, the Bulldogs get it back left side of the lane as we face the hoop. Pass comes in and an easy basket. Getting lost on the play. That was Abby Creaser, her first field goal today. She comes in averaging nearly 10 points per game. And a foul called near midcourt. And that foul is going to go against Sadie Powell. Foul whistled for the personal. That's number 1 on her. And inbounding the basketball will be Van Hollen. Van Hollen gets it to Schoenhoven. Gracie with the basketball at the top of the key. Schoenhoven gets around Powell. Now dribbles, brings the double team. Back out front, Van Hollen, 3. Yes! Faith Van Hollen with her 3rd 3, and the defenders lead 74-63. Brigham passes it to Rushton. Rushton cut off, back over to Heemstra. Heemstra with the 2. Abby Heemstra with 4. Dordt leads 74-65. Floater over the top to Sievers, and we've got a travel called on the defenders in the backcourt. 74-65 our score. 5:51 left to go in the game. On the floor for the defenders right now, it'll be Gracie Schoenhoven, Carly Gustafson, Macy Nielsen, Macy Sievers, and Faith Van Hollen. Both teams with 2 fouls, so neither team is in the bonus at the moment. Pass goes outside Rushton. Rushton loses her footing. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Concordia. It'll be Dordt basketball. So it'll be Concordia basketball. Brigham throwing the ball in. Bailey Beckman checks into the game for the defenders. Nielsen is out. Concordia gets the ball inbounded to Rushton. Rushton guarded by Van Hollen. Kick out pass, Brigham. Brigham another three, good. Kendall Brigham with her third three, and the Dordt lead is 6 again, 74-68. In the backcourt with it is Sievers. Comes back to Gustafson. Gustafson across the timeline to Gracie. Gracie into the corner, Faith. Faith another one. You bet! 3-point bucket by Faith Van Hollen. The hoop looking like a bushel basket right now for her, and the Dordt defenders lead by 9. Answering is Rushton. Her shot, the leaner, is good. Beg your pardon, that's Brigham. Brigham with the 2-point bucket. Dordt leads 77-70. Beckman on the jailbreak. Ahead to Van Hollen, saves it in. No. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dordt. It'll be Concordia basketball, and the defenders are going to call the timeout. Dordt had a jailbreak, and they missed it. And the Concordia Bulldogs will have the basketball with 4:57 left to go in regulation. Dordt leading by 7. And a timeout charge to the defenders. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 1 minute.
Dordt was the right place for me. It was the right place for me to grow as a student. It was the right place for me to play football. And I think above all, it was the needed place for me to come to Christ. It started with me being recruited for football. As the recruiting process started though, and I started to kind of figure out what Dordt was about, that spoke to me. A university that's centered on just the Lord, you know, on scripture, on truth. That was a big deal for me.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
They've been down by as many as 17. They've been as close as 6. Most recently at 74-68. Dordt used that timeout. They have 3 remaining. Concordia has 2 left. And you'd really like to keep those timeouts if you can till the final minute when you can advance the basketball. With the basketball, bringing it up is Kendall. That's Kendall Brigham. Pass left side. With it is Lou. Lou on the elbow. Dordt in man-to-man defense. Guarded there. Brigham. Brigham at the free throw line. Brigham. Pass goes right side. 3 on the way. Powell. Good. Sadie Powell with the 3, and for Powell, she's got 5 threes today, 22 points for Powell. That is a new season high for her. Dordt in the backcourt, Dordt leading 77-73. So this is as close as Concordia has been in a while. Concordia does have fouls to give, so they can play it pretty aggressively on defense. Pass to Van Hollen. Van Hollen with it, comes back to Beckman. And Beckman's going to be called for traveling on the sideline. Beckman, it looked like she held her pivot foot or tried to hold her pivot foot, and after a travel got called on Concordia earlier today, I think the officials are going to watch it pretty closely. They didn't live that one down for long, and now anything in question is getting called. Driving in right side is Rushton. Rushton with the basketball, comes back right side. Lou into the paint, and she she passes it out, 8 to shoot. Comes back to Brigham. Brigham with it, 5 to shoot. Brigham spins into the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers, 3:38 left to go in the game, Dordt by 4. Sievers up the floor, lofts it over the top, and it's taken back by Concordia. Lou driving the other way. Lou fires it off the bottom of the backboard, no good. Rushton underneath. Rushton's rebound shot put back, no good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers, 3 players around her. Can she look up the floor? She doesn't see anyone. Van Holland, another 3. That one's short, no good. Rebound taken away by Gustafson. Back it goes Beckman. Beckman with the basketball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Left side it goes Sievers. Sievers with it, and Sievers is hacked on the arm by the Concordia Bulldogs, Kendall Brigham. That's number 3 on her. Well, Concordia wanted personnel changes, so Coach Drew Olson instructing his team to commit a foul to get the clock stopped. And now with 3:05 left to go in the game, Dordt leading by 4. They have the basketball. Van Hollen to trigger it. Van Hollen gets the ball inbounded to Sievers. Sievers left side Beckman. Beckman down to the baseline against Rushton. Back outside it goes to Van Hollen. Van Hollen, Gustafson, 10 to shoot. Gustafson with it. Gustafson back to Sievers, 7 to shoot. Sievers with it, driving in. Puts it up off the glass, no good. Loose basketball, and Schoenhoven has it, and we've got a shot clock violation, I believe. Shot clock violation on the defenders. Sievers' layup never hit the rim, and the Bulldogs get the ball back, trailing by 4, 77-73. Brigham into the front court. Brigham passes it off, right side. Pass goes back out front to Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer to Brigham. Brigham at the free throw line. Step back for 2. Yes. Brigham with another 2. She's got 19. Dordt basketball comes over to Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Dordt leading 77-75. Now you got to capitalize on every possession if you're Dordt. Sievers with it. 2:09 remaining. Sievers on the left-hand side. Picks up her dribble. Goes to Gracie. Gracie into the corner, Faith. Now back to Sievers. Sievers with it, 7 to shoot. 6. Throw it down low, Gustafson. Gustafson kick out, Sievers. 3, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped out, controlled by Concordia, and they can tie it or take the lead on this possession. 1:45 remaining. Rushton hands it back outside to Creaser. Creaser spins into the paint. Creaser, awkward shot, missed it, no good. Rebound Gustafson. Gustafson hands it off to Sievers. Big possession here. Dordt will try to go up by 2. Trying to go up 2 possessions, I should say, and Dordt will use a timeout. 1:29 left to go in regulation. Dordt 77, Concordia 75. Dordt basketball when we come back after the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Lorenzen on the fly, and Lucas Lorenzen with another 2. He's got 22. Then Gustafson squares up against Neeram. Gustafson underneath to Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven layup good. She's got 8. You're definitely going to have to earn it from here on out if you're the Dordt defenders. You've got the basketball. You're up 2. You have to inbound. You convert baskets, convert a basket. You go up by 2 possessions again. Shot clock is at 22 seconds. So Van Hollen to throw it in. Both teams have had their opportunities here late in the fourth quarter to either trim into the lead further or to extend the lead if you're Dordt. Pass comes back over to Macy Sievers. Sievers with it out in front. 1:20 left to go in the game. With the basketball, Sievers throws it cross court. Van Hollen back to Beckman, 10 to shoot. Beckman into the paint. Nothing there. Now Sievers. Sievers, Gustafson. Gustafson tries to flip it over to Schoenhoven, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Janey, unable to handle the too hot to handle pass. Had the play. Just not quite the execution, and now Bailey Beckman will check out of the ball game. Dordt needs another defensive stop. 1:08 left to go in the game. Concordia can tie it with a 2. They can take the lead with a 3. Into the front court. Right-hand side, Rushton. Rushton with the basketball. Rushton with it back over to Creaser. 58 seconds remaining. Dordt on defense. This is Rushton. Rushton, kick out pass. Powell for the lead. Missed it. No good. Rebound taken away by Sievers. Sievers with the basketball. Dordt can run it down to under 30 seconds. Into the front court with it is Sievers. Sievers passes over to Van Hollen. Van Hollen back to Sievers. 18 to shoot. Sievers with it on the left-hand side. Throws it underneath Janey. Layup good! Macy Sievers thins out the defense, finds the safety valve. Janey Schoenhoven all by herself. Concordia chasing the basketball, and Janey Schoenhoven now with 8 points. Dordt leads 79-75. 33.8 seconds remaining. And let's wait and see if they change the clock at all. Royce Raniger talking things over with Coach Drew Olson, and we have a timeout on the floor. This timeout charged to the Concordia Bulldogs. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
I chose Dordt because it has a Christian perspective. I also chose Dordt because I knew that it was a program that I could do on my own time. If someone was interested in doing the MPA program, I would say that it's worth your time to investigate. I'm active in my church, I'm very busy at work, I'm busy with my family, and in doing all that, I was able to do it. And I think that if I can, you can too.
Well, the Dordt defenders have just taken a 2-possession lead. That's a big deal. Concordia now with the basketball, 33.8 seconds remaining. They've got it in the front court, and they're able to advance it without having to inbound. So they have it in front of their bench. They throw it in. With the basketball is Brigham. Brigham guarded there by Schoenhoven. Brigham drives in, missed it. Rebound taken away by Janey, and Janey is fouled in the backcourt. So the Dordt defenders are going to call a timeout. They will advance the basketball. 79-75, Dordt by 4. And it'll be Dordt basketball when we pick up play. 26.8 seconds remaining. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds.
You don't just want to pick a college because you think it's just going to be comfortable. But you also have to be in a place that there are people that are going to surround you and love you and be on the same page. If you can find that place that stands out and they stand for something and they stand behind that something, that's what we fell in love with Dordt University, and we're just so thankful that our kids have seen that.
Find a place that honors God and inspires your kid. And I think Dordt does both of those things.
Throws it in over the top, finds Carly Gustafson, missed the shot underneath, and here comes Concordia. Concordia over the basketball, down by 4. Up the floor is Rushton. Rushton fouled before the shot, and the Dordt defenders with fouls to give. That is foul number 3 on the defenders. So the Dordt defenders with a golden opportunity there, and I believe, I'm going to guess, Carly Gustafson could not believe she was so open, and the Concordia Bulldogs will now inbound the basketball. 18 seconds remaining. They're down by 4. Bulldog basketball. Dordt brings the trap. Driving in. Brigham. Brigham short arms the shot. Rebound taken away by the defenders. And now a travel violation called on Gustafson. Bill Harmson was calling for the timeout. And no timeout came, and the defenders turn it over in the backcourt. Now Concordia still with life. 7.8 seconds remaining, still down by 4. They throw the ball in over the top. Driving the lane will be Wieselmeyer. Wieselmeyer's shot is good. Count the hoop, and she is fouled. Well, now I got to go back and recant that. That was not Creaser. That was Creaser, not Wieselmeyer. So a 3-point play opportunity here. Now you got to box out. This is where things can get crazy. Free throw is up and good, and the defenders will call the timeout. Dordt inbounding their half of the floor, up 1, 79-78. They still have some work to do. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Well, another game that has lived up to expectations. And the Concordia Bulldogs have cut it down to 79-78. Dordt will be inbounding in their back court. Dordt is out of timeouts. I should say in their front court. Dordt is out of timeouts. The defenders will be triggering it in. Last time they had a play that was drawn up perfectly. Ended up missing the shot though, and then all kinds of chaos ensues. And now the defenders just trying to hang on and squeak one out here in front of the home crowd, leading 79-78. Well, if you're Dordt, you simply want to get the ball inbounded and force Concordia to foul. Dordt with it, and we've got a foul called. Gustafson fouled near midcourt. That's foul number 4 on the Bulldogs. And Dordt will inbound again with 3.1 seconds remaining. Dordt throwing it in. Van Holland. Van Holland gets it into Beckman, and Beckman is fouled with 1.8 seconds. 1.8 seconds remaining. And they'll put 2 seconds up on the clock. So that foul called on Rushton. That is number 3 on her. So 1.8 seconds left to go, and they don't go to 2. It's 1.8. 2 shots here. First free throw by Beckman, no good. Oh, boy. 79-78. Second free throw on the way, trying to make it a 2-point ball game with 1.8 remaining. This one's up and off the heel, no good. Rebound taken away by Janey, and Janey is fouled on the play. Who's the foul going to go against? Schoenhoven cleared the rebound, and she got pushed. Foul's going to go on Concordia and number 44, Kristen Wieselmeyer. And now they'll have to sort out how much time is on the clock. They will put 1.1 on the clock. That is generous in my opinion, but my opinion does not count for much. And now the defenders will be shooting free throws. Let's see if Janey can put Dordt up by 3. Free throw up, good. Another one on the way for Schoenhoven. Schoenhoven with 9 points to go along with Yeoman's work on the glass, 18 rebounds. Second free throw is up and rattles good. Well, Concordia can draw one up with 1.1 seconds remaining, and they'll be able to inbound in front of their bench. And for the defenders, how do you defend this? That is the question. Dordt leading by 3, 81-78. Timeout charge to Concordia. This timeout brought to you by Casey's Bakery. Find your favorite bakery products at caseysbakery.com. Back with more in 30 seconds. Is 17 in this one. Concordia has not had it tied since it was 30-30. There's one possession remaining, 1.1 seconds left, and Concordia must get a 3 to tie. You can maybe take a dribble and get it off. You've got to guard all 3 play. You've got to guard Powell, Brigham, and Rushton. Janey Schoenhoven will guard the inbounds pass. Concordia to throw it in. Bulldogs triggering. Throw it into the corner. 3 off the side of the backboard, no good. Brigham guarded by Faith Van Holland And the Dordt defenders squeak it out, 81-78. Holding on for the three-point win. They improved to 20-0 this season in the league, 25-1 overall. Concordia falls to 15-5 in the league and 21-5 overall. Let's take a 3-minute break, and we will be back with a recap of today's women's basketball game right after this 3-minute timeout.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
This Dordt Media Network student-produced live stream broadcast is brought to you by Joyner and Zwart Dentistry in Orange City, offering dentures, implants, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere.
And brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and the results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online at 712realty.com. Leading you home.
I chose Dordt because on my visit, I just felt a very genuine aspect of the people that were surrounded me. It just made me realize that I may have found my second home. I knew right at that visit, I got in the car with my mom and she's like, you know, I think we may have found your college. I agreed with her. At Dordt, they do a great job of providing many opportunities where you can just step out and really grow in your faith. They really push you in your faith in a way that I've never been pushed before. I don't know where I would have been at in my faith if I didn't choose Dordt.
The Dordt defenders come away with a win tonight in women's college basketball, 81-78. And while we go through the pregame or the postgame show, the Wireless World postgame show, out on the floor for Dordt men's basketball players and those associated with the program going through Senior Day recognition. They are Andrew DeVries. He has now settled into a role as more of a support staff. He's in charge of the social media after playing for a couple of years for the defenders. Austin Van Dong. He is being recognized as well. He is the manager for the team. He played for a couple of years, dealt with injury for the last, basically his entire career dating back to high school. He will graduate this spring as well. Shane Hogsma is a senior from Gilbert, Arizona. He will graduate. I believe he is finance and accounting. And business marketing is Jackson Lusher's field of study, and he also will be graduating in May. So that's happening on the court right now. That is what you are hearing in the background. The Dordt Defender women's basketball team victorious, but this one was a gift. It came with duct tape wrapped around it because the defenders, they took the lead for good at 32-30. Managed to take a 9-point lead at the intermission, 46-37. pushed the lead all the way up to 17 at 61-44 before settling for a 7-point lead at the end of the first half. At the end of the third period. In the fourth period, the defenders were outscored 22-18. Concordia had the lead down to 1, but the defenders able to hang on and win it by 3, 81-78 after the inbounds play for the three-point shot by the Bulldogs was off the mark, and the defenders go away with the 81-78 win. Concordia, 30 of 73 from the floor, 41%. 12 of 35 from the three-point line, 34%. 6 for 9 from the free throw line, 67%. For the Dordt defenders, they were 28 of 57 from the floor, 49%. 12 for 29 on threes, 41%. And 13 of 16 from the free throw line for 81%. Dordt managed a 44-29 rebounding edge. Turnovers, Dordt 18. Concordia had 6, so that a little bit reversed from what Dordt is accustomed to seeing. They were forced into some turnovers, and the Concordia Bulldogs made them pay several times. Dordt was led today by Macy Sievers, 19 points on 8 of 12 shooting. She also had 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Bailey Beckman had 15 points. She made 3 three-pointers. Faith Van Hollen, 4 of 7 on three-point shots. She had 12 points, 3 of them in the second half, 3 three-pointers in the second half. Carly Gustafson limited to 6 points and 7 rebounds. She also led the team, though, in assists with 4. And then you had Janie Schoenhoven, 10 points, 18 rebounds. Gracie Schoenhoven, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. And after that, it's Willow Bleeker and Macy Nielsen with 3 each. Eliana Caparis and Liv Harrison with 2 each. For the Bulldogs, they were led by Powell with 22 points. That is a season-high 22 points for Sadie Powell. 11 points for Tasha Rushton. 10 points for Mackenzie Toomey. 5 for Creaser, 2 for Wieselmeyer. 19 for Kendall Brigham off the bench. She was 3 of 7 from the arc. 5 for Lou and 4 for Heemstra for Concordia's total of 78 points. Tasha Rushton ends with 7 rebounds, and Toomey had 5 rebounds, 4 rebounds for Brigham, 5 assists for Brigham as well, 6 assists for Tasha Rushton. 81-78 the final. Dordt improves to 20-0 in the league. Their current winning streak goes to 13. They're now 25-1 overall heading into next week's play at Dakota Wesleyan and at Northwestern. Let's take another 3-minute break, and I know we've got a little bit of extra work to do to stop the stream this time around and get restarted, so let's go ahead and do that at this break, guys, back at the Dordt Media Network truck. For KIHK, let's take a 3-minute break, and we'll be back with more from the DeWitt Gym in 3 minutes.